by the window. I stopped praying for a hand. I looked into the mirror and I finally took a stand. I became my own rescue. I pulled myself out of the dark. I stopped waiting for a hero and I lit my own spark. I became my own rescue. I learned how to carry my name. I don't need somebody saving me. I already changed the game. Yeah. I used to wait for a sign in the sky. Used to wait for a reason to try. Used to think that healing would arrive like a stranger knocking at midnight. But nobody came with a perfect plan. Nobody handed me a second chance. So I picked up the pieces with shaking hands, and I built a future I could understand. I stopped calling pain a permanent place. I stopped letting fear put me back in place. Every quiet morning became a climb. Every hard decision bought me time. I was drowning in the almost, living half alive and hollow. Then I chose the harder rescue, the one where I had to follow. I became my own rescue. I pulled myself out of the dark. I stopped waiting for a hero and I lit my own spark. I became my own rescue. I learned how to carry my name. I don't need somebody saving me. I already changed the game. I raised my standards when the room got smaller. Walked around from what was draining it all. I don't go back to the girl I outgrew. She survived the storm so I could break through. I protect my peace like a sacred vow. I don't shrink myself to keep the crowd. If it costs my growth, then the answer was no. If it feeds my future, then I let it grow. I turn self-respect into daily proof. Turned every setback into sharper truth. This is personal growth in a real life frame. Not a perfect story to read on name. I was drowning in the almost, living half alive and hollow. Then I chose the harder rescue, the one where I had to follow. I became my own rescue. I pulled myself out of the dark. I stopped waiting for a hero and I lit my own spark. I became my own rescue. I learned how to carry my name. I don't need somebody saving me. I already changed the game. I remember wanting someone to stay, wanting someone else to lead the way. I remember thinking love would fix the break if I just gave more than I could take. But the softest tower I ever found was deciding I would not stay down. I became a hand made rich for me. I became the calm inside the sea. I became my own rescue. I pulled myself out of the dark. I stopped waiting for a hero and I lit my own spark. I became my own rescue. I learned how to carry my name. I don't need somebody saving me. I already changed the game. No rest or party. Just me and the climb. I start waiting by the window. I start waiting by the window. I start waiting for a hand. I start waiting by